How Zeta can return to Love Island USA after Timmy split. Zeta Morrison made waves during her time on Love Island USA Season 4, winning hearts and the entire show alongside her then-partner Timmy Pandolfi. The two seemed like a match made in Villa Heaven, genuine, affectionate, and full of spark. But like many Love Island romances, reality proved more complicated than fantasy. Eventually, Zeta and Timmy parted ways, much to the disappointment of fans who had rooted for Zimmy since day one. Still, Zeta Morrison remains a standout personality in the Love Island universe. Charismatic, poised, and deeply self-aware, she's far more than just a fan-favorite winner. She's a brand, a vibe, and most importantly, a story not yet finished. The question isn't whether she can return to Love Island USA. It's how. Here's a creative, compelling roadmap for how Zeta Morrison could make a triumphant return to Love Island USA, using the lessons of the past, the momentum of the present, and the endless possibilities of the future. 1. Reframing the breakup. From the end to a new beginning. First things first, Zeta's return would need to acknowledge the elephant in the villa, her breakup with Timmy. Their story was deeply entwined with Season 4, and a return without context would feel like ignoring a chapter that changed everything. But rather than dwell in heartbreak, Love Island USA could present Zeta's return as an empowering evolution. The narrative could position her split from Timmy not as a failure, but as a stepping stone toward deeper self-discovery and renewed hope and love. Imagine the slow-motion opening shot. Zeta walks through the villa gates solo this time, dressed in something gold, a nod to her previous victory, narrating over a montage of her original journey. I thought I had my fairy tale ending, but life had other plans. I still believe in love. I just believe in finding it again, stronger this time. Boom. The tone is set. Redemption arc activated. 2. A historic role. Zeta as the show's first ever returning winner. Zeta's return would be unprecedented, no past U.S. Love Island winner has come back to the villa as a contestant. That makes her potential comeback feel fresh, even iconic. This twist would offer the show a new level of excitement and unpredictability. Fans already know Zeta's strengths, her wit, warmth, and ability to call out red flags while still staying open to romance. But now she brings maturity and real-world experience. The producers could market it as a second chance not just for Zeta, but for the show itself to elevate its own storytelling. Not every love story ends in paradise, but some love stories are about rediscovery. Zeta's back, and this time, it's not just about coupling up, it's about writing her own love rules. A promo line like that practically writes itself. 3. From bombshell to Og. Let her enter first. Zeta could enter in one of two roles, either as a mid-season bombshell or as an Og cast member. And while a bombshell entrance might maximize shock value, putting Zeta in from the beginning offers deeper creative potential. As an Og, Zeta could show how her prior experience doesn't give her an unfair advantage, but rather a unique perspective. She's not playing a game. She's building something real. Let her be the one who listens to the new girls, gives advice when needed, and models what it means to have emotional intelligence in a high-stakes environment. Plus, watching her navigate new connections from day one makes it more likely the audience will be fully invested in her story arc, one that doesn't need to climax in another win, but simply in growth. 4. The X Factor. What if Timmy shows up too? Here's a plot twist that would melt Twitter. Midway through the season, Timmy Pandolfi walks in. Now, before you scream, hear this out. Love Island thrives on emotional complexity, and a face-off between former flames would be electric. Zeta and Timmy already have undeniable chemistry, which hasn't been erased by time. But chemistry doesn't always mean compatibility. His arrival could serve several purposes. Testing Zeta's growth, forcing both to confront their breakup, allowing closure, or a surprise rekindling. The show wouldn't need to force a reconciliation. Instead, it could allow a mature conversation between two people who once loved each other, surrounded by others still searching for that kind of depth. Even if they don't couple up, viewers would be riveted watching them coexist. It's reality TV poetry, a mirror of real-life complexity where love, loss, and second chances coexist in unpredictable ways. 5. Opening doors beyond romance. Zeta as a mentor figure. Zeta's return doesn't have to be solely about finding love again. It could also reflect a deeper purpose. She's been through the full arc of a Love Island winner, the highs, the heartbreak, and the aftercare process. Let her be the one who shares that wisdom. She could act as a kind of unofficial mentor, like a big sister in the villa. Not preachy or omniscient, but real, grounded, and deeply empathetic. The younger Islanders could confide in her, and Zeta's advice could give the show more emotional weight. This would also position Zeta as a multidimensional figure, one who shows that strength and vulnerability can coexist. The show could even introduce a new segment, Zeta's Lounge, where Islanders come for tea and truth. Think of it as Love Island's version of a confessional, guided by someone who's walked the walk. 6. Zeta's fashion, culture, and vibes. An instant upgrade. Zeta Morrison is fashion-forward, well-spoken, and unafraid to bring her British-Nigerian heritage into her identity. That matters, especially on a show that sometimes lacks authentic cultural variety. She could introduce language style and cultural commentary in subtle but effective ways, whether it's a casual nod to her roots or simply rocking bold outfits that spark fashion discourse on social media. Beyond aesthetics, she's someone who brings intention into her presence. That means her confessionals are more meaningful, her choices more considered, and her entire energy more captivating. Let's not underestimate how much that enhances the viewer experience. 7. A love story that defies tropes. Zeta doesn't need a fairy tale, she needs a story that feels real. Her return should allow her to build connections that aren't defined by Love Island cliches. No love triangles for drama's sake. No toxic back and forth. Instead, Zeta's storyline should explore emotional intimacy, clear communication, and the awkward but hopeful process of trusting someone new after heartbreak. If she finds love again, let it be with someone who challenges her in the right ways, perhaps a fellow creative, someone grounded, or even someone younger who surprises her with their emotional maturity. Love, after all, doesn't always look the way you expect. That's what makes it worth watching. 8. The audience already misses her. Let them be part of her journey. The fans adore Zeta. That much is clear. From TikTok edits to heartfelt Twitter threads, her impact on Love Island USA culture is still felt. Her return could incorporate fan interaction in fresh ways. Imagine having the audience vote on key moments for her, like choosing between two potential dates, or deciding what questions she gets to ask a new bombshell during a villa game. This added layer of interactivity not only gives fans a sense of ownership over her journey, but also strengthens the bond between Zeta and the viewers who never stop believing in her. 9. A post-show arc already baked in. Even if Zeta's journey in the villa doesn't end in a new romance, her presence opens the door for a compelling post-show arc. She could land her own after-show, podcast, or YouTube series where she debriefs on the season, reflects on her return, and dives into broader conversations around dating, identity, healing, and growth. Her voice, combined with her authenticity, would resonate far beyond the world of Love Island. She doesn't need to win again to walk away victorious. She just needs to be Zeta. 10. Because the island needs Zeta energy again.